And we are live. It is a new month. It is August 1st. Let's jump into the charts. All right, starting with ES, our bread and butter, our favorite. Still above this 2 standard deviation. Pretty much expecting a pullback. We did get a little reactions here. So I would expect us to eventually test this 1.5 standard deviation band, given our strength, and then also looking at this. But even though we are in balance up, we are at an extreme. So, in my opinion, I think this is bearish. Moving over to the quarterly, and as you can see, this was the monthly, but started new today, and so we had that pullback test, and then not sure why that's not connected, but we basically we are inside of the developing value zone. So it's looking like we're trying to go rotational. So this could be considered bearish. Looks like we might accept inside and then look for the short from 45.99 or thereabout. As I mentioned, it is a new month. So as we have this previous value prior DVA, price was kind of chopping around there, and then basically just chopping around there for the day, and then looks like we took a little dip. And here on the weekly, we have just a big old choppity chop. So price opened right around here, and so could have looked for the fade up here. This is kind of close enough here that you could take the sell, but man, that prior value VWAP was just holding the line the whole day. Besides that, not a lot of actionable stuff. So maybe an extreme fade plus the prior VWAP. Maybe take a long, but it was a tricky day. It was a choppy day. Not the funnest day in the world, if we're being honest. And here we have the day. As you can see, a lot of chop. Didn't really do much. Let's see if I can. There we go. Now we're taking a look at the delta here. And so as you can see, price is just kind of going sideways as we're going higher. We do have a higher high here, but these two match up. So this can be treated as resistance. So you could have taken that short here. I did take this long from 4,600, and I wasn't paying attention to the RTH chart, and we'll see why the RTH chart was very important to what happened. So I did long 4,600. I think I had about a 4-point stop, and I tried again. So I lost 5 points today. But let's take a look at the RTH. Let's take a look. Right. So got long 4,600, and bam, rejected by the point of control, which is kind of a pseudo point of control. It's not the cleanest point of control. Well, let's take a look at it's 4605. It's kind of also the edge of this volume profile, but still it's not the cleanest move. But it all is the weekly VWAP. But on the RTH, we just did happen to reject off that point of control, test it twice. And if we look at the delta, we have some divergence here, and this is the 0 point. So that would have been a nice little short as an extreme fade, or the return pullback here from 4605. So that was a nice little opportunity that I missed. Could have taken a long here near this value. Besides that, it's just choppy, gross action. Test this again. We do get a return back, pull back into the developing value. So this could have been a nice little long opportunity. But tricky day all in all. But I do need to start paying attention to point of controls, as it's something I seem to ignore. All right, NQ, yearly, similar picture, quarterly, similar picture, monthly, similar picture. But the distinction here is we do accept inside and we pull back here to 1580, 15843. That was a nice short. This was tricky. Yeah, it's not a lot of clean action. Did not have that combined. Let's combine that. All right. Okay. So, just pull up the ETH, simple 3-minute chart. Price does come down here and test that edge of that value, or that CVA, composite value area. And let's adjust this. So price does come down here, test that composite value area, and then we come back up. And choppy action, not the cleanest action for sure. So we're just kind of chopping around these value areas. Maybe you take extreme fades, but just a tricky day. I guess this is could have tried the 15.8 to 14 sell, but just all in all, a pretty difficult day. Here's us testing that edge, rejecting off, and there's a lot of value overlap here. But it just was not an easy day for crude. All right, let's take a look at oil. Oil is still accepting in that prior value area, and we're in bounce up. So longs from 79.12 look pretty good, but this is a bullish looking chart. Price still right in that 1.5 standard deviation. Perhaps we take pullback longs here, but this is bullish. Monthly just started. Can't really use that information. Maybe take a look at the profile here, and we have a low volume node, and we tested probe below, but rejected off there on this weekly, which is not a weekly. This is a daily profile. This is that low volume node tested below. Nothing too actionable here. But we do, so when we open, we are in balance down. Maybe take that short there from 24s. Come down again, bounce around. We do get a nice little pull and balance down, pull back from 81.10 all the way to 65s, which is pretty good. But once price accepts out of that, we get a nice pullback long from 81, about 88. Let's take a look at the delta. Does the delta reveal anything to us? As you'll notice that this is higher than this part, so we have a little delta divergence. So the sellers are trying to push this down, but as you can see, just going sideways, not getting anywhere. Then we see buyers step in, pull back long from here. There you go. I would argue that crude was a better market to trade today. And here we have the RTH. Nothing here is really jumping out. This nice little pullback here from 81.21 perhaps, but then we revisit, and then we do get a nice little pullback here, a little long opportunity from 81.29. But besides that, um, ES was tricky today. ES and NQ were tricky. So we're down 6 points on the week, but that's all right. Our daily loss limit is much higher than that, so at least we know when to stop trading a crappy market. But yeah, it's not been easy. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have better opportunities. But in the meantime, we're just staying patient. We're waiting our turn, and we will. It's a system I know that has edge, so it's basically just a matter of time. So hopefully when we tune in tomorrow, we will be profitable. I'm not going to worry about making up the losses. I'm just worried about taking good trades. All right. I am signing off. Thank you for watching, even though it's probably just going to be myself watching. It'll be pretty funny if a few years from now I public these videos or make these videos public and people start watching and they point to this one because I'm talking about it. Whoa. Inception. Tradeception. All right. Signing out.